up, everybody? Oh, I see. Ooh, boy. We're gonna have to help fix that. That's interesting, though. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I'm a silly goose. Combination of this, and then maybe this. That seems about right, roughly. Maybe not perfect, but better. Maybe just turn the saturation down a bit. That might be what we need. Yeah, that actually was what it needed. Okay, cool. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Maybe I can just turn that back on. Good with it. Oh, is that a separate setting? Oh, okay. Whatever. You know what? It seems to be fixed, and that's all that matters. I hope everybody is doing well tonight using juggler. There. It looks like YouTube is working. No. So Django. Long time no see. Oh, I see. Okay. I know. It's crazy. All right. And then Twitch, pop this garbage out. I'm sorry, Twitch. I don't mean your garbage. Well, not always, anyway. Cool. This soundtrack is so good. I need to replay this game at some point. I tried it long time ago, and I did not realize that my capture card that I had, I was using the wrong settings or whatever, and so the latency was insane. And this game was really hard to play with a lot of latency. Some games you can play it and it's fine. But this wasn't one of them. And as a result, my time was pretty bad. Yeah, Fury is essentially mostly boss battles with like cutscenes in between them. And a little bit of, I believe there's a bit of like wandering around in between as well. But I didn't play far enough to really make a full judgment. I just was having a really bad time with it because it was too hard because, well, it turns out big latency, big problems. All right, let's do some juggle squats. Yeah, this album introduced me also to a few other things. It's got Toxic Avenger and Danger, and those guys are both also quite good. Lorne, I don't remember hearing as much since. Wave Shaper I have, though. Well, it wasn't even a bug. It was just my capture card. I had either settings wrong or something, because it was introducing a ton of latency. It wasn't even in the game's. It wasn't the game's fault. All right, 135, we'll put in there. The goal weight, 405. All right, these are good. I like these. I did not bring the stuff to put on my neck, so we'll have to just hope for the best. I did at least learn that we put the belt on underneath the vest so that I can get to my pockets, because I gotta have the balls and be able to get to them. And if I put the belt on over, well, I can't get to the balls. We don't want that. You know, as it's sometimes hard to be it's hard to believe, but the fact is that in like 2 days I'm turning 42, and you wouldn't know it by my maturity level, that's for sure. And we're gonna put these balls over here. I don't want to access them right now. They're very heavy. I do think it would be really rad to be able to juggle the shot puts while doing the juggle squats. Exactly. All right. All right, so we got our vest. Here, let's put this down for a second. I'm gonna put it down over here though. There we go. Protect the skin on my spine. Especially now as I'm dropping weight little by little. So I have less and less. Well, that spot's already, there's no fat there that I can tell. But either way, that'll work. Get that. Yeah, this soundtrack's really good. Okay, now we don't want the 35s on there. That's great for our Popeye circuits, but not what we want here. Here we just need pretty much 45s and like a few smaller weights. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this soundtrack is just entirely made of bangers, as it were. I won't say that again right now. But they're all good. They're all good. we go, easy first. Gotta have the double collar action. All right, and my balls. All right, let's do this. This time we're strong. 135. Don't need a belt for this part. This part's easy. I could actually just like for this one, if I wanted to, I could just. That's not really a Steinborn squat though, so I won't do that after this anyway. Since I've already gotten this into position, we'll do that, but then I'm going to lower it down as it's supposed to be, because you're supposed to bring it up from the ground one side at a time and bring it in position. Okay. Get the feel for this with 135, and then we're just doing singles climbing up after that probably. This is just kind of warming up, Okay. We also won't go as deep on subsequent ones. There we go. That's how you're supposed to lower a Steinborn squat. But I like doing it, not yet. I don't bother putting it up if there's nobody there. And they're not technically combined, because that's against TOS. They are side by side. You can have them both on the screen. I did figure that out, is you are allowed to have them both on the screen. Yes, separate simultaneous chats, correct. They just don't want you merging. It's I think a silly rule, but it's a rule. And now that I know that seems to be the rule, I can abide by that. It's not a weird gray area anymore. Because before I was kind of thinking it was like a kind of a gray area where it wasn't explicitly said, but it seems to be the case that you're good with it as long as they're not combined. I do not want that. Okay, so I have to have that ready to dump if I need to dump. All right. Pretty good. I should probably put the belt on already, but I'll wait till 3 plates. It's a better habit, I feel. 3 plates is about the right place for me. Mostly I just say I probably should do it just for practice purposes, but I'll be fine. All right. I think that's about centered. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Now what I need to practice is getting to the right depth, not too deep, because that's really draining. When I actually, I have a tendency to want to squat very deep, which looks great and great for hypertrophy. However, depending on your lower back mobility, not always the greatest. I did 3 after all. All right. Cool. Now the next one I'm going to do single. Nailed it. Whew. 315. That's it. There. We're gonna take a minute. So I didn't go for a run today. I figured I'd skip on the run for the day that I'm gonna squat. But every other day this week, I have gone for a run. I'm up to 7 miles, a little over 7 miles run this week. So tomorrow it will put me over 8, and that is good. I want that trend to be upward as much as I can help it until, even if it's a little bit upward, until the spring. Oh yeah, I gotta put my belt on. I mean, I can do 315 without it, but it's a bad idea for me to not remember to put it on, because I'll wear myself out before I even get to 4 plates. I may not get 4 plates, but I'd like to get 4 plates. So, ding, pull this up and put on the belt. That's about right, maybe a little tighter. I'll tighten it in a minute. Then we put the vest down over it so I can get my hands in my pockets. All right, we're just gonna do a single of this. Shouldn't be too bad. Yep, that's about right. I had to tighten it a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, it's at a weird place with my body fat. It's gotten to what's up, Argo? It's gotten to a spot where I place feels a little weird sometimes. I think I'll put it lower a little bit. Use my hips. Yeah, that might work. The idea is just to have something to brace against. Okay, balls. Now I must erect pole. Wait a minute.
okay, not bad. Feels, I'm definitely feeling it. The running is definitely taking its toll a bit. But generally, I still should be able to clear 350 pretty solidly. We'll do 345 next. Yeah, it is. And like I said, I'm dropping weight, so it's getting closer to two times my body weight now. I weighed in at not dehydrated or empty. I weighed in at 213. And technically I dip under 210 now sometimes. So the not this being twice my weight, by the way. I mean the top end, what I'm aiming for 405 is getting closer to double my weight. But it's better, the closer I get to 200 pounds, the better it is for my running. Let's see. My guess of my lean body mass is usually, my guess is right around the 170 to 175 mark. So I'd have to do the math from there. You're probably right though. My brain is in lift mode, and so doing not plate math. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, you're really close to that. This probably is about 16%. But if I get to 200 about, that'll be rad. 205 is kind of the soft goal. Then I'd be about 12, 13. If I got to 200, I'd be probably at 12, which would be very good. What's up, D? Let me get the dual chat up. The lowest I've gone is probably like I'm gonna say a thing. No, actually, it's probably 7 or 8%. I was gonna say the mean, but it was not 6%. I'm pretty sure it was probably 7, 8, somewhere around there. Basically, I started to get a little bit of ab vein going on when I had a pump, and that's usually about what that is, I think. However, I also developed an eating disorder of binging, so don't recommend. My energy levels weren't that great. I think I was starting to dip into a bad place with that. I don't think that I'm meant for 7%. Yeah, and the binging was bad. Thankfully, nowadays, I'm a lot better. All right, let's do this 345. Boys, we got to put a 10 and a 5. I'll use one of these 10s, the bumpers. Ooh, that was loud. That's okay. I'm just kind of a loud dude sometimes. My energy levels right now feel good, partially due to this new thing of developing a habit of getting proper sleep. 2 days in a row of proper sleep, and I feel a lot better already. Like I'm still not probably where I should be, but man, I feel a lot better already. It's just one of those things that I think I had been chronically undersleeping for way too long, and it was starting to catch up with me. And I just was noticing some problems. I can't get away with that anymore. I'm too old. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna fix that. Thing is, I'm not opposed to if I find that like my energy and all the normal things are not what they should be, and fixing my sleep schedule and everything doesn't fix it. I'm not opposed to getting my blood levels checked and going the therapeutic route or whatever, but that's a last resort. If I can fix my sleep and basically get back to where I should be, that's good enough for me. That means that I'm doing my due diligence, But just jumping straight to intervention is crazy work. Yeah, so what I've started doing is not even that. There's a setting on Windows, and I believe I can do it also on Linux, but have the night light where it basically turns off all the blue slowly. Yeah, there are people that, like I know a guy who in his 20s, like mid 20s, started doing the TRT thing. Now, granted, he wanted to go further than that, so, it was probably mostly a stepping stone to that. But, there are people that are doing the TRT thing at, way too young of an age. Flux? Yeah, I remember Flux. Yeah, I used to use Flux. Now it's just on native Windows 11, from what I see. And I believe I should be able to do that on Linux. If it's not a natural setting, I can probably still do it. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm not a person who hates on things like TRT and stuff like that. But be honest about it, and don't just like do it as a first resort. My goodness, that's crazy. Especially when like for me, I know that I've been chronically undersleeping for a while. I gotta sort that out before I think about any of that garbage. I was like, man, I feel so tired all the time and all this. I'm like, well, yeah, because you're not sleeping, you dingus. Caffeine helps cover up for some of that, but only so much. And today, for instance, I have had 2 cups of coffee and a half. Yeah, 2 cups of coffee and a half of of pre-workout. And the drink I'm drinking right now is caffeine free, and I still feel very good. Despite having not really eaten much today, because I just didn't need to. My dinner last night, I guess, was very filling. Especially the last several days or so, I've been pretty high protein, so I've been pretty satiated. And running, man, it's weird. Running actually, I feel, does. I think that's just true of cardio in general. It gets your metabolism going or whatever, but it also feels so good when I run. Not when I run, after I run, I feel so good that I just want to, drink water and, just like play a game or whatever. I don't even necessarily want to eat a bunch of food. I'm still eating adequate food to live. It's just I'm not as prone to the snacking and stuff as much. I guess that's what it is. I'm not as prone to snacking now, which is great because I'm a snacker. All right, 3:45. Maybe I'll chalk up a little bit. Well, I'm just saying I'm not starving myself. I just didn't really eat much today because I wasn't hungry. All right, 345, let's do it. Hold on a second. That's not acceptable. Hold on. I do believe, yeah, I put the wrong collar on. This is a great collar, but not for Steinborn spots. I have to double collar with these really tight collars, or it doesn't work. On the plus side, that felt pretty good. All right. Yeah, just like that moved like 3 inches or something. Not really what I want. It was just like maybe even more. Okay, now let's try this again. Yeah, that's better. I don't like what you're doing, Chief. Can you not? There we go. That's more like it. 345. That was a long time of having that bar on my back, but it was rotating. I'm like, I can't have that. I just can't have that. All right, 375. Still a go. Yep, that's what happened. Happens. Feels pretty good. I think it's gonna be a while before I'm repping 405, but we'll get there. If I can rep 405 at when I get to, by the time I get to 205, that'll be crazy. Double body weight squat while being, very lean is hard to do. But that's the goal. We'll see. I'm not gonna worry about it. If I can't get it, I can't get it. I probably am, but that's not because other people weren't capable of it. It's just a obscurity thing. It's like some of the Guinness World Records. Sure, that X person is the only person to ever do that thing that they did, but it's also, who would have thought to do that thing? And I'm not going to hate on people for making up some weird thing so they can have a world record, but I'm not going to really think that they're amazing because of it. Yes. Yeah, it's literally, there's a term for that, Django. It's called ego lifting. And it gets people injured. Because people do things that they're not really capable of, or at least they try to do things, and well, they get injured. I generally try to have a healthy amount of ego for my lifts. You don't want to be you don't want to be completely timid and not attempt things, but you don't want to attempt things that you have no business attempting. All right, so what we're gonna move this, because if I have to bail on this, I'm gonna, and it's gonna go onto these mats, but it needs to not rebound back into the back of my onto my Achilles tendon or whatever. I wouldn't love that. Because basically, if I get to the bottom and I'm just not coming back up, I need to be able to dump it off onto that. And if the weight's on here, it only has about maybe halfway. It'll hit that and rock it right back to my feetsies or ankles. Don't want that. Yep, know your limits. Yep. I'm a big fan of pushing my limits, but I also know them. I'll put that chalk on in a minute. You got to belt up and all that. The thing I'm noticing today is that my posterior chain, no, it's just my glutes, feel fairly fatigued from this week's running. You don't think of glutes as something that's a driver in running, but they're essentially used for the pulling part. Like once you're here, it's a pulling yourself forward. Yes. So, but fatigue doesn't mean can't do work. So that's important to remember too. The key, of course, is I've been lifting for about 20 years. I've been doing squats for over 10. So I know my body pretty well at this point. Yep. Yeah, a lot of running is still going to be your quads. Like quads are the main thing in squats as well. But your glutes and hammies are very important for anything, either force production upward or forward. So the one thing that this doesn't do much of, that running does more for me with, is my calves. These bad boys, they get some stimulus from this, but only a little. Probably the biggest thing I do for my calves is my jumps. I do like a box jump thing. Argo knows what I'm talking about. I jump up onto a board for my show, and I do that all the time. That's pretty good. But I have naturally big calves, so I don't need to focus on, growing my calves. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, exactly. You and Dee both made the same joke, Django. That's funny. It's like a less than a second apart, or about a second apart. Oh, it was point 12 seconds apart. You were 0.12 seconds apart with the joke. So, yeah, good job. Good job. All right, we're gonna try this. Tree 75. Yep. I think when I'm older, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work my calves only, and I'll just have Popeye calves. And I'll be able to jump so high. Well, maybe I'll have to do quads too then. Maybe I'll just work only legs. Every day is leg day. No, just kidding. You can't do that. Because if I'm going to deadlift 420 pounds at 69 years old, I can't be only working calves and legs. Gotta do some upper body. All right. Gotta stay nice and tight for this. I have it in me for sure, because I've done this before. I've done more than this before. By almost 70 pounds, like 65 pounds. So, now granted, I also weighed about 220-ish, so you know. Well, my hope is I'll be able to do more than that, but 420-69 is a really dumb and immature number, and I think that I'll still be immature enough to go for it at that age. If nothing else, it'll be my opener. I actually don't know what number I could pull at 69 years old, because it depends on a lot of factors. Thing is, it could be that, you know, I don't have anywhere near that by the time I get there. But it's a fun, stupid number to look forward to. But I've also seen a video of a guy pulling 400 at age 72. So, I mean, it's probably a combination of things, Django. The other thing to think about is you are a fairly large man, and well, weight's weight. For anybody who doesn't know, Django is like 6'4", I think. So like, you know, hill giant sized. All right, 375. Okay, body, I'm gonna need you to not rotate, please. What's up? I haven't put that one together yet.
Is there
Soy thingies. No, I just have them on a low simmer, just to get. I mean, you can stir them if you want, but that's about all. Oh, 6'3", 6'2". Okay, got you. All I know is you're tall. Tall man. But you're not 6'2". You're taller than Sterling. Sterling's 6'2". I mean, granted, he might be like 6'1" and 3/4 now. Kind of like I'm like 5'9" and 3/4. Yeah, Ryan is a big person. But yeah, I don't have anything like seasoning or anything. I don't have anything planned for the mushrooms and stuff yet. That will be, I'll finish up after the workout. I'll finish that up, like cooking up nicely, but just rehydrating right now. Gotcha, yeah. Well, some of that also will probably get better with two things. One, getting in better shape. Simple fact is, when you are, heavier and not taking care of yourself as well as you should, it absolutely, like, essentially pulls you down. The other thing, of course, is strengthening your back in general, strengthening your body. So you get more compression with a, like a weaker back and all that stuff, where a lot of times the muscles will pull it up. And I guess actually a kind of a third thing, in addition to, you know, just not being weighed down and having a stronger body, is just practicing good posture. That is a big thing too, just for like actually like, it won't make you taller, but it makes you look your height. A lot of taller guys do tend to hunch a bit, and that also doesn't really help with things. Bad posture is not really great for you anyway. Yeah, posture's good. I made a move a while back as I had really rolled shoulders to actively practice better posture, and it feels better. It's not to say it fixes all your problems or anything. Just like getting in good shape doesn't fix all your problems. Having a positive attitude doesn't fix all your problems. But hey, all these things add up to being a lot better anyway. All right, 375. We do it. Oh, that's heavy. Yep, it's all systemic. It's true. It's true. It's all together, and whew, adds up. Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of downstream effects of all of these things, though. And the more things you get in line, the better your results are going to be in general. Okay, I think I'm in position. Okay, I was a little off. Okay, not bad. Considering I had to basically double squat that, I'm okay with that. I need to be much better at 405 now. I stayed tight, which is the only reason that actually worked. Yeah, so the big thing is with a lot of that stuff, when it comes to health, the body being a system, there are a lot of downstream effects of anything you do to it. There are going to be downstream effects of getting better sleep, keeping better posture, getting in better cardiovascular shape, weighing, I won't say weighing less, because, well, there will be, but some people need to weigh more. But weighing a healthy body weight is a better way to put it. And, you know, I think that's most of the things I was just talking about, but my little short breath still and everything. For no good reason other than I just, you know, squatted 375 1.5 times. Fixing posture was almost entirely mindfully doing this. And it's not to say that I have perfect posture still, but I have a lot better posture. It was, at first, kind of draining because I had to build up muscles that were not used to being used because this is easier. But once I got more comfortable with it, now this is basically a comfortable posture for me, which isn't necessarily perfect. Perfect would probably be a bit more like that, but I'm gonna go with good enough. It was mostly needed to be stronger back. The front kind of works itself out. All right, so we got 375. Now we're gonna try 405. But yeah, just being mindful of the posture was all I needed. Yeah, my guess is that the stretching probably didn't hurt. Stretching out the pecs and working on face pulls to build up the rear delts so they pull more naturally. That probably factored in. Yes. Yep. A lot of people have a tight upper chest and weak upper back. Come on. You need 405. Whew. That looks pretty good. There we go. Very good. Actually, I just leave it over here for now. That'll make it easier to load up on here. Yeah. Now the goal is just one of this, honestly. However, if it's there, I'm gonna do more. I don't have expectations. I have aspirations when it comes to this one. I'm gonna still take a minute though. Kind of chill in between. Maybe drink a little of this diet, not Sprite. There we go. These are easier to put on now as I've been losing weight, but they also start to bunch up more. I know one thing though, if these get to the point where they are too hard to put on, I have gained too much weight. That's kind of my indicator. But yeah, right now they're working in the other direction, which is fine. The interesting thing is actually though, I got up to as heavy as like when I was like I was 220-ish, but I technically weighed in at like 225 one day or something like that. Probably very full stomach is mostly the reason. A lot of food in the digestive system, all that good stuff. But I still was generally still getting these on fine, and my waist size hadn't changed that much. So I think that I didn't go too crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna need something a little bit more hype than this. While this is enjoyable from a just listening to standpoint. Hey, this looks pretty good. How long is this song? Nice. Good title, nice length. I'm gonna put it over here actually. Beer. Perfect. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Right there. This song does not seem very hype, despite being called Monster and being, you know, nice 4-minute and 20-second song. It's not bad, but it's not really the same. So let's go back. Oh, it's Chill Monster. Yeah, you know what? I like that. We're gonna go with that. He's a chill dude. No. Time to wake up. Ah. You're not wrong. This will do. This will do quite well. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, that was a short one. Well, I'm awake, I guess. All right, fine. You know what? Marco's correct. You know, when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Whew. All right. Well, it would appear I'm going to need to do that again. Because I didn't record it, which means it basically didn't happen. Oh, never mind, I did. Woo! Never mind. Oh, that actually was deep enough. Okay, I just had to make sure. It felt high. That's for me. I didn't want to have to do that again. uh. Well, I'm just mostly trying to pace myself, and doing too many of those sounds abysmal. I think I'm gonna do my Popeye stuff now, you know? Okay. Like I said, my glutes are feeling already, so I didn't want to have to do it again. But I would have tried it again. A spinach emoji, yeah. Maybe I should make an emoji of me flexing and holding a can of spinach. That'd be really stupid. The heck is this garbage? No, don't do that. Okay, all right, this can go now. I'm a sweaty boy. Let's see how the back's looking. Oh, that's not too bad. There's a little bit of a bite there. That's not too bad. Okay, let's get rid of the belt. We don't need it right now. Well, we already got done with the serious bit. This next part's for fun. It's not that it's not serious, it's just that it's not very serious. That doesn't make any sense, does it? It's all right. I've already said it, so. Oh, man. Oh, it gets so sweaty under there. Oof. I don't love that, but they do really feel good for squats. The just that slight bit of stretch at the bottom helps a bunch. It's like it's not the same as wrapped knees. Wrapped knees give you a big boost. These do give you a little boost though, but not anywhere near as much as wrapped, thankfully. Wrapped you have to take off in between. Basically, you shouldn't. The rule of thumb is if you have to take off your knee sleeves in between your attempts, if you can't wear them your whole squat session, they're too tight. That's basically the rule. They shouldn't cut off blood flow or anything. For me, they get warm, sweaty, and they do give a little bit of stretch at the bottom, but it's not anything too bad. For instance, I've squatted 5 plates without knee sleeves just fine. And my best is still only 555. I don't know what the heaviest I've done without knee sleeves, but it's not more than, 10%. I don't think it's even necessarily 10%, but it's at most 10. And that's good. You don't want it to be too substantial. It's like when you do a bench press, people do bench press with a bench shirt. Those bench shirts, they add a significant amount of weight. It's not to say that people that do bench shirts are weak without them, because they're certainly not. But the comparison would be a slingshot. Slingshot adds a good amount. Like I've benched with a slingshot. I'm pretty sure I've done 420 for multiple reps. And 420 was my heaviest bench press ever. And I've done it for reps with the slingshot on. Actually, I wonder, do I have that marked? I might actually have that marked. Because I do save I have saved a lot of my stuff. I don't think I have it synced, so I didn't keep it separate. That doesn't matter too much. Well, you've seen me deadlift close to that, not squat though. The deadlift I squatted 680, or deadlifted 680. I do wonder if I could get up to a 700, but I think I would have to actually have a real program for it. I don't think I could get away with it without a program. Hold on. What is that? Okay, so it's not coming from out there. Oh, it's this? Yep. The refrigerator is whining. I can hear it because it's a high pitched. Oh, I hate that. Can you please stop? No, why? Oh well, I'm gonna have to put up with it because I'm not unplugging the fridge. It doesn't always do that, but right now it is. It's like that tone. I tried hitting it. I was hoping that little percussive maintenance would turn off the whining. You know, there's a terrible joke in there somewhere that I'm not going to make, but I thought about it. And just for thinking it, I stubbed my toe just now. Not hard, but that's what I get. All right. Do. Okay, Popeye time, boys. Yeah, pretty much. All right. Goal is 15 always. Goal is 2 sets of 15. All right, let's get this out. Shot puts. Man, this game was so good. The soundtrack was so good. The next game was still really good. And then I played the Dark Ages. Man, am I glad I played that on Game Pass and didn't buy it. How did they manage to make a bad Doom game? How? Just how? What a shame. What a real shame. I don't know how they somehow made a bad Doom game. 3, from what I understand, 3 is still good. It's just weird. But Doom the Dark Ages, I didn't finish because I didn't care for it. And I was all about Doom 2016 and the even Eternal, even though some stuff about it I didn't like, I still really enjoyed that game. But Doom the Dark Ages, it's not good. What a disappointment. And yeah, I even went back and I've played some of the older Doom games. I played Doom 64, and I enjoyed that. It was weird, but I enjoyed it quite a bit, in fact. I've goofed around with the original Doom, got to the part where they take all your weapons from you, and I enjoyed it up to there. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. All right, so this needs to be... Oh, right. This part, I don't need this over here. I need it over in front. Okay. We're going to do 85 pounds. We use both sets of these. because I was able to do that at least for 15 for the first set last week. Just not for the second set. Okay. Yeah. No, that's interesting. Okay. Wrist curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to lighten the weight. Yeah, that's actually too much today. That's okay. I got 10 on that. That's good enough for now. I don't need 3 of these. Good enough. So our highest number, or our lowest number, was 10 reps. So we have to claim 10. Can't claim more. Okay. Everything else was 15, just not the curls. Just the bicep curls felt too weak. I had to go down, back down in weight. Whoops. It's interesting. I'll have to look at more into that. Interesting though. Okay. So we'll decrease the weight. I'm gonna go all the way down to 65. This is a case where I am gonna be not letting the ego. Well, actually, I'm not gonna gain 5. I'll drop 10 pounds, not 20 pounds. Go to 75. But yeah, the thing here is we don't want ego to get in the way of a good set. Thankfully, 10 is still a good working set, so it's not a complete loss, but I definitely want to get more to 15 for this part of the whole thing of the circuit. Is really going all out on each, each part of the circuit, because they overlap only some. Okay, so let's try to get 15 here again. Yeah, my biceps were a little shot for whatever reason. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Ooh, nope, that's still pretty good for my forearms though. Woo, okay. All right, let's get it curls. Come on, curls. Need 15 of these babies. Yeah, that's better. That was 15. Woo, okay. So 75 is the right number. Now my Angry Birds. Okay, that's 15. Okay, there we go. 15, that's better. Okay, that's not too bad. Now we warm up for Popeye Circuit 2. Yeah, that was a lot better. Popeye Circuit 2 is also pretty something. All right, so we got 10 and 15. Not bad. Okay. For this one, we got the 35s over there. Oh. Pull this up. And we do pretty much the same weight, I guess, per arm for each thing. Because, well, no, 45-pound bar. So never mind. But basically it comes out to 115 for this. And then for the flies, I will be doing 33 pounds. And then for the curls, I'm doing, I can't remember if those are 13 or 15. I think they're 13, yes. Because then they're a pound each for the collars that I'm not using. So 13, 23, 28 per arm. Okay, so it's a little lighter there too. But that's fine. That's fine. Oh, and then we're doing 20 pounds for the plate pinch for now. And that's the fourth object. in the rotation. Okay. So this. Got our one-sided dumbbells. I could add another collar, just to make sure they don't come off or come loose at all. Okay. Anyway, I'm going there. Popeye circuit number 2. Okay. Close grip incline bench. I forget if this is second or first. I think it's second or first, I mean. Yeah, that's about right. Then grab these bad boys. Do some flies. These might be first. I was able to get the 15 though, so I guess maybe it's fine. Okay. Curls. Thanks, I hate it. I'm not sure. I think I'm in a bad place to consider existential questions. Okay. All right. Give me a sec. I got you. Oh, that was something. Let's see. Yeah. There's the juggle flex. Get the quads. What's up?
This is an apology for the existential joke.
Thank you. Ooh. That's really good.
It is my take on a Manhattan using
Ah.
wine instead of sweet vermouth.
Huh. Well, it's good. Let's see. One thing we got to do though for that, get rid of that because it was washing out my white quads. There we go. Yes. Yeah, they're starting to separate. So that's one thing with the weight loss is they're starting to have some separation there. When I get to 200 or 205, that's gonna be really nice. Yeah, this is he said a take on a Manhattan. So he knows I'm almost done with the workout, so he can give me an alcoholic beverage, not worry about my safety. I do like whiskey on the rocks though. My tendency is towards excessively sweet drinks or excessively like smoky and peaty, like scotch and stuff like that. That's my go-to. There you go. Man, this song's still so good. It still goes so hard. All right, it's time for another set of 15, boys. I'm gonna do the dumbbells first because I think that was correct. Pre-exhaust the chest. Not that Popeye is known for his chest, but I can't neglect mine while I'm building my sick forearms. Good. Yeah, pretty much. Those were kind of partials, honestly. I might even decrease the weight from that. Do like 100 pounds or 100, yeah, about 100, maybe 95. So I can slow that. Yeah, yep, and your whole shoulders also very good. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was not fun. Oh, I hated that. Ugh. Okay, that's done. All right, last bit of torture, friends. We see how my body handles shot puts. Oh yeah, Argo's one of the people, yeah. Netflix. Oh my goodness. That set is so much. All right. Oh gosh, my arms do not like this, in fact. I almost saved it. I couldn't quite save that one though. We'll do one more run. Yeah, I think the only thing you get is a little bit of extra frame rate with Switch 2. But I don't think you get extra graphics. Oh, that is pretty cool. Okay. Oh, we do it again. All right, you got a little longer than that time. That time was pretty sad for me. Oh gosh, my biceps are so done. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Well, everybody, let's see. Let's get the, yeah. Not bad. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat things. I like to eat things. You'll have a good weekend. I'll be back Tuesday. Man, still catching my breath. So we have a good one. I'll see ya.